20%, so get your head out your ass. I'm the antonym of the internet, still cleaning up the viruses that you had left. I think I'm falling in love again. Don't stop until you hear the I'm the antonym of the internet, been fighting on new grounds over if my love is valid. Fuck this cynicism, let the colors fly. Don't care, you think it's cringe because it's not your life. She said, do you like waffles? I said, hell yeah. Been watching Equals 3 until 2 a.m. I ain't got no iPhone, but I got a DS with a keychain, a pinky. Her cupcakes are the best. I've been failing my classes cause I don't give a damn. They say the world is my oyster, but the free market's a scam. Everything's been changing since last generation was born, and they won't try to take and change. Use a two-edged sword. I'm the antonym of the internet, still cleaning up the viruses that you had left. I think I'm falling in love again. Don't stop until you I'm the antonym of the internet, been fighting on new grounds over if my love is valid. Fuck the cynicism, let the colors fly. Don't care, you think it's cringe because it's not your life. It's never too late to fall in love with the world. Your past is not today, so say your stride with a twirl. Yeah, we've all made mistakes before, that's the fact of life. But once you restate your heart, you'll be just fine. Now with your life, you say it's all mine, all mine. Revel in your friends and hobbies, let your heart speak. Wanna drift or say some shit, just block that internet free. I'm the antonym of the internet, still cleaning up the viruses that you had left. I think I'm falling in love again. Don't stop until you
Alright everybody, welcome back to the Dragon's Library, or the Dragon's Arcade. So, we are returned once more in our quest to, I guess, figure out this Lovecraftian mystery, which I feel like it's like kind of lost a bit of the Lovecraftness of it, you know? Because we kind of know what's going on at this point. We got a crazy man performing rituals of resurrection and immortality that went horribly wrong. But yeah, lots of Greek imagery around here. But yeah, so we're back. I imagine people are going to pop in eventually. We will see. We shall see. But yeah, so let's continue on our way. We'll be going. Let us begin. So let's see about this creepy place. Do we have anything around here? God, I want to talk about the Strixhaven book. I'm going to get to that in a second. But first I want to check out this place. Because this is the big gilded manor. Also, like, if this is on an island in the middle of nowhere, why? Like, just why? Why would this be on an island in the middle of nowhere? Like, holy shit. All of the stuff you have to do to put, like, these gigantic gilded gates and mansion. I feel like that's something that gets overstated with, like, island mansions, is that you have to move all of these resources over here in order to do it. Really, no one's in here yet. Kind of alone right now. Very eerie and ominous. Oh, look, it's all the cars that got piled up during the whatever cataclysm. Hello, Code and Assembly. Good to see you. So we're at the mansion again. It's good to see you, bud. My brain has been going burr for the last few days, running from one thing to the next in a non-stop stream. But yeah, I've been doing a lot. I've had one of those times, one of those weeks where I just have a lot of ideas popping into my head, you know? I've been writing down stuff a lot, and as you don't know, because I sent you that whole thing about where I was like trying to dissect the difference between Olympian and a Titan. I don't get anything really groundbreaking. Work is finally easing up. That's good to hear, bud. That's good to hear. I'm glad to hear it. So I really need to wound down the Magnus game so you can take over. No, you're gonna need to recover. You're gonna need to recover before you're ready to storytell. I'll probably still be doing one-shots in Mage before you're ready. But, yeah. Good for you. I know, right? Can we enter the building? Okay, we can. Big old mansion. Like, one thing I'm just wondering about this place. This is on an island in, like, the middle of bumfuck nowhere. This must have been so expensive to move over here. Like, islands do not have this kind of resources. There's not, like, a big, gigantic... I mean, there's, like, a crypt. But there isn't, like, a giant stone quarry. Like, they had to transport all this material. Holy shit. Like, can you imagine? That mural they had to, like, bring in a mural artist to do this on top. And all this gold? Jeez. I hope this is just gold plating and not gold all the way down, but I don't think it is. I think it is actually just gold lining everything. Some famous paintings on the wall, yeah. Although, let's be real, these are probably just replicas of famous paintings. They're probably just fakes. Like, you're rich, but you're not that rich. You don't own... I don't remember what this painting is called, but I have seen it before, and I don't think they own all these originals. Yo, I've arrived in a fire of a supernova, and I can't promise I did not nuke anything accidentally. If you set any books on fire in Nerd Dragon, you immediately get expelled for the library forever. Book burning is insanely illegal here. Alright, we need an item to proceed for the creepy... Oh, look! The mannequins from the carnival! So he had proper gold-gilded ones made for him. Girl with a pearl earring. Ah, thank you. I don't know my art history super well, so it is always nice to have you there to respond to stuff. But yeah, so I have, as I mentioned on Discord, I have started reading the new Strixhaven book that came out. Magic the Gathering hasn't released a book in a bit. Book burning, you say. But Magic the Gathering released a new book, which has been nice, because they haven't really released books. They've released a few... They've released a few, online short stories, but not like a full-on book. I have some evil ideas of my own. I swear to God, if you burn down my mage's library, Frederick, he will go ballistic. Yeah, so, like I said, I've been reading the Omens of Chaos book, and it's pretty good. I'm liking it. Let me get this straight. You motherfucker Durg. I did not enchant your books with anti-fire spells. I did, but there are spells to get past that. Plus, Dragonfire is, notorious. Notorious enchantment breaker, that shit. I can hear something. Oh, wait, time. We need to use the time item here. Oh, that's on you, buddy. Oh, do we need to, like, get the other... I think we need to get another, Okay, so we need to get another, like, hand for the clock. Let's look around using our spyglass. Do I spot any clues around here? I really don't like that there are definitely things that are happening around here that I can't hear. Oh, let me try and use a crow. See if I can, like... Can I steal one? No, I can't steal it from there. Okay. Interesting. But yeah. So, Omens of Chaos. I've been reading it. I just started yesterday because I just got a hold of the book. Came with a nice, like, copy of Command Tower with, like, a Welcome to Strixhaven flavor text. Very nice. I like that. I'm glad that Magic, although they are doing, like, unique art for the book, they're not doing, like, fully unique cards again. Because, let's be real, the last time we got, like, Mana Crypt. And I don't think anyone wants another Mana Crypt situation in the modern day. Gods, the scalpers would be scalping the book. That would make me so sad. This looks lived in.
I've seen you before. Who are you?
Guessing my care of me enchanted spells, and I'll be safe from my own carelessness and the carelessness of others.
Has the same look as my brother.
Amelia.
Amelia Redler?
But yeah,
Are Amelia?
I think it's pretty good so far. I'm about 150 pages in. Yes, I got that far just last night after I got back from Magic, because when I read a book, I get consumed by it. I haven't read any more today, but I'm going to read some more after I'm done with the stream. It's mostly good. I have a few issues, not from me. Personally, I love it. But if you're not a Magic the Gathering lore guy, or if you just haven't...
He started with
If you just
rituals.
so you start with small
Small ones
ritual.
at first,
Okay.
But it wasn't enough.
But if you haven't like kept up with the magic lore to an extent, like if you don't know what the Phyrexian invasion was, or you don't know what a planeswalker
Where can I
is,
find
or if you don't know like what Capenna is, the plane, you might be a little confused by stuff because they kind of just drop you in the deep end. I would say it does a decent job of explaining things, at least the important details that it needs to, and leaving the other stuff as references for other magic players to pick up on. I think that's a good idea. Okay, come back. We need to know more than that. Whoa, come on. Give us more info. What is it with ghosts and giving us like half the information and then leaving? We need to find the codex. Dear Captain Newfish, thank you so much for helping me bring leftover food from the mansion to the secret lair. Okay, don't call your thing a secret lair. That makes it sound inherently sinister. Tommy really appreciates it. It means a lot to us, especially since they don't get enough to eat. Well, that doesn't sound good at all.
Gabriel was getting help from Captain Newfish.
Makes sense, makes sense. I feel like the cult leader is definitely still alive around here. Or, well, alive might be a strong term, but you know what I mean. Maybe not alive, but at the very least, still around. Okay, so we got the clock arm. That's good. Started reading more, but this time productivity distracts me. Would you believe that? Voluntary productivity distracts me. I evolving. I'm just one of those weirdos who can read, like, really fast. I do tend to read books over again, and if I'm reading too fast, I can definitely lose information, which is why I'm trying to pace myself a bit more on the Omens of Chaos. Reading it a bit slower than usual, because I really do want to savor it, you know? We've gotten magic books so rarely in recent years, and I wasn't around for a lot of the older books, so this is kind of like a big deal for me, personally. I think this is great. Alright, maybe I can, like, rewind it all the way to 12 o'clock and then it'll open? Not changing, though, but whimsy is even cooler when you have agency over it and can actually act on them. Yeah. But no, I think the book is fairly well written. I actually like that it is, like, clearly, like, a work of passion by people who understand magic. It does, I will say, it does bring up several concepts that you're gonna want to know a bit about magic lore going in. I wouldn't say it's necessarily required. Like, if I had gun to my head, it's not required. But it definitely helps to know what's going on, to know what the Phyrexian invasion was, and to have some context around how that affected the planes. One of the things I really did like, though, is the different ways that planes are reacting to the omen paths that we got to explore in the book. So, some places are going to be charging for omen path entries, and there's a whole... It's a little short nod, but, like, definitely something a different book might be able to pick up on, is, like, people getting stuck in other planes. Because, like, if you're coming from a plane that... Okay, it offers me a flower. Creepy-ass robot. That doesn't charge to use the omen paths, and then you go to one that does, you can be, like, stuck in another world, essentially. Obviously, Capenna, since it's essentially run by gangs, who are dragons and all sorts of things, and also demons, because they make deals with demons. It's complicated. I'm breaking the Matrix. Don't mean chains can't bind me forever. Alright, I'm stopping. No, keep going. It's fun. Let's see, what else do we have here? Creepy cult sigil. Very impractical table if you're going to put the cult sigil on it. Just saying. Do we have any other time? We need a clock. Oh, maybe there's something here. So 8 p.m., 9 p.m., and midnight. In the ballroom. So maybe I need to use 9 p.m. or 8 p.m. for the time for open that door? Let me try that. But yeah, I'll probably be talking about it more in a full review. It's definitely a book I'm going to be wanting to review. And I haven't finished it yet. I do like the main character, though. They're doing, and I am a bit concerned they might try and turn these guys into the new Gatewatch, but I'm actually very hopeful they won't. I don't think that's the direction they're going in, but I always do worry. And I think it's actually a really solid new direction for Magic. The Omen Path, for reference, until recently, after like a long time, Magic had been like focused in on essentially these main characters called the Gatewatch, who were planeswalkers who could walk between different planes of reality. Careful what you wish for, because I certainly don't mind. Okay, I guess that one doesn't open it either. Damn. I wouldn't hate a new Gatewatch. To be fair, these are definitely more interesting. You have a Minotaur from a world whose, like, world was completely destroyed and hollowed out, so they're now... I'm kind of tired of Jace. Yeah, I'm hoping we either force Jace to retire, or we just, like... Look, I don't want to say it, but just kill Jace already. I'm sorry. He should have died with Vraska when the Phyrexians took over him. I'm just going to say that. I'm going to be honest. Like, I like that him and Vraska got together and got to adopt Lute or whatever, but they should have fucked off and become adoptive parents or whatever. Maybe Lute could become a thing later, but... I think Jace should have been left to, like, his own devices at that point, you know? The weird creepy mold on the edge of the door. Alright, what do we have around here? I'm looking for, like, anything I can use. But I don't see much. Alright, I'm gonna try using the Raven real quick. But no, I like the new characters. We have... Oh, wait. We have something here. So we have a shield mage from Capenna, whose family lost basically everything when the Phyrexians invaded. Basically, she was like a middle to upper class member of Capenna. Like, her father had worked for the Brokers, which are one of the 5 families, which is somewhat influential. He hadn't become a part of one of the families yet, but he was going... His daughter was a powerful shield mage, and she was likely going to get her immediate family as part of the crime family of Capenna. Which would have been really, really good for them. So they were, like, on their way to the upper crust of Capenna, if that makes sense. And, like Coruscant, you kind of have, like, the tiered city. So they were in, like, the upper, not, like, the top layer, but the upper layers. She wanted to join the Obscura, though, up in their towers, doing, like, spy work and scholarly work, that kind of thing. She didn't really want to become, like, a money man. A money mage. Working for the Brokers to secure their banks. Oh, damn it, I keep missing that. Topic of books. I don't know how freak, but every time... Alright, come on. Frick! Every time I rewriting my text, they're coming up better and better, even the ones... Alright, I really need to, like, hurry this, because I can't go at the normal speed. Otherwise, I won't reach the goal. Oh, come on! Damn it. Maybe I can open it? No, I didn't get an item from that. What am I supposed to do? Ugh. Let me try again. See, it's clearly something I'm supposed to be able to go through. And the ravens did guide me this way, so it's definitely the way I'm supposed to be going. Maybe I have to fly through the other hoop again. Like, I have to do them in order. Let me try that. Half-Life 3 may be coming sooner than I finish my text. Half-Life 3 is most likely never coming. Like, unless video games undergo a massive change, like, bigger than even VR, I don't think Half-Life 3 is coming. I know people want it, but I don't think Valve is in, like, a position where they're interested in making Half-Life 3 anytime soon. We might get something more like Half-Life Alyx, like if there's a new kind of gaming technology about, but I don't think we're getting Half-Life 3. I just don't see that being in the cards, personally. Alright. Oh, we have something here. Okay, so let's try 10 o'clock? Why would it be 10 o'clock? I'm not sure which clue is for 10 o'clock, but okay. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's try this one. Alright. What's there? Aha! Okay. New room. Sweet. So it looks like we have like a weird... It's some sort of like weird fucked up sundial. Using like reflections and mirrors. I'm assuming this is the time room where they research time magic. You can tell that because they have all the clocks constantly spinning at inaccurate timings. People want to have like 3 like a magpie wants shiny stones without reason. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I get wanting to finish the story. Like, they definitely had a story they were telling that they have not yet finished, and I get wanting to finish that. It makes sense. I think people have, like, kind of haven't realized that Valve just is not interested in doing it right this second. Let's see. I Okay, I'm trying to figure out, I guess we just do the long and short? Alright, Let's do that. Alright, let's leave that there for now. Can we go into any other rooms? Any other secrets or ideas? I mean, come on, Half-Life 2 ended on a cliffhanger, demands some continuation. I don't deny that. I like, from a story perspective, I get it. It's just that Valve isn't very much about the innovation of gameplay. Like, don't get me wrong, Valve has cool stories in their games. They can have fun, entertaining stories. But they've always been a very mechanical developer when you look at them. Like, yeah, Portal has great story and witty characters, good humor, and, like, GLaDOS is great. I love her. She would probably hate me, but, you know. But Portal wasn't made because they had a witty game about a murderous AI. Portal was made because they found out two guys that made this demo that let you create realistic teleportation portals to sync up a world, and they wanted to be a game around it. And truth be told, there's only so much you can introduce to Happy if you look for inspiration enough. There is so much, but Valve might not be interested in doing it, is my point. Which is different. There is a difference between those two things. Alright, maybe we have to use that. Wait, what did I do? Oh! Okay, weird. Interesting. Ah, I see. So now we have a short and a long. Well, they could at least give us Nottingham Episode 3, but not crave it so much. Again, though, I think the point is that they kind of got bored with Half-Life. I think that is kind of the curse of Valve, in my opinion at least. Is that they got a bit bored with it. I still don't know what time it wants, because I could try doing midnight, maybe. Maybe we try and arrange it at midnight? So, let's arrange the second one there. Nope, wait. Shoot. Ugh. Seven. 9. Maybe 9 o'clock. Real reason was allegedly not so much boredom, but a lack of ideas to innovate upon. Well, that's my thing, right? Like, Valve is the kind of company that wants to stretch their mental muscles. They want to make games that, like, actually go beyond and do more than the average game. And I feel like until there's a way for them to drastically shake up gameplay again, they're not going to make something like a Half-Life 3. I mean, the only reason I feel like we got Half-Life 2 so soon after was that there was so much more they could expand on the physics at the time. And then they got Portal, and then Team Fortress 2 is definitely them, like, revolutionizing, like, early hero shooter formulas. You see, they made Half-Life Alyx, like you said, they could shine on this field. Yeah, but then VR didn't take off. I think that really is the thing, is that VR has been hampered. I blame Meta, personally. I actually do. I blame Meta for buying, for buying Oculus. I think they put a real damper on things by linking it all to fucking the metaverse. And making it all hype and not actual technology anymore. Like, the Oculus was cool as shit. And then they were just like, whatevs. We're gonna make it a part of the metaverse. Because that's totally what we should do. Gabriel. I mean, maybe Gabriel's name opens that door, but I don't think it would. I don't see anything else I can interact with. And I have no idea what time the clock wants me to be at. Ugh. I'm missing some obvious clue here, I can just tell. I will say this is a swanky palace. And, like, this is not a mansion at this point. This is a fucking palace. This is not an estate or a manor. This is a goddamn palace. Look at this place. I mean, honestly. There's nothing else you could really call this. Grand Banquet, Midnight Ball in the Grand Banquet Room. I'm not sure this is really important because they can't, like, read it and get it as a clue. Maybe I can go upstairs now. Let's see if we can go upstairs. I think the door is still going to be locked, though. Yeah, door is still locked. I don't see any clues for us to examine. Always on the lookout for that shining. Ugh, so frustrating. Again, the danger of adventure games, my friends. Dangers of adventure games. Honestly, I understand them to a degree. I have a complex of innovator myself, yet to prove it. Yeah. I'm not to the same level as Valve. I would honestly never want to compare myself to them because, holy shit, they would outstrip me in every way, shape, or form. But I also don't like just doing stuff that other people are doing. It's one of the reasons, like, once I see another review somebody's made about something, I have a hard time doing a review about it myself. Because I'm like, I feel like they covered it pretty well. If I watch a good review about something and they covered it well, like, what am I going to do? It's one of the reasons I think I've been, like, putting off doing something like How to Train Your Dragon. Because I'm just not sure it'll, like, work out for me. Maybe I can... I know there has to be an answer to this somewhere. I'm just stumped as to what the answer could be. Maybe I have to look for a clock that's not spinning. Okay, wait. We have a few that are stuck at midnight. All the ones that aren't spinning seem to be stuck at midnight, right? Do creative exercise. How would I innovate or done better at this particular thing? How would I make Jujutsu and Kaisen more enjoyable show? Yeah. Those are good ideas. Alright, we got this pentagram. I feel like we really do just need to get this lined up, maybe? Maybe we don't line them up. Let's try lining these two up. Oh, wait, I got an idea. Got another idea. No. Because that's not altering the angle of the dial. Look at One Piece, you really think about it. One Piece is very similar to Berserk. In what way is One Piece similar to Berserk? I think you've lost me there, officially. I have no idea what this is supposed to be. They're both forms of linear media. Oh, okay. Like, how are the stories similar, though? 6-9. 10-12. Because the only numbers I have at the moment are 10-12, so maybe we should... I heard a click there. Beginning, middle, endish thing. You know what I meant. I meant how are the overarching stories, themes, and characters in any way similar outside of the fact that they are both a form of linear animation / manga. Made in Japan. Like, outside of the parts where they're just the same medium. Ever heard of Rising Action? Both of them have it. God damn it. Okay, I get it. Everything is like everything. Alright? Makes sense. It's a fair observation, but not the point I was trying to make at the moment. 1012. That's also there. Alright, do we have anything we can see around here? Come on, there's gotta be something. Come on. Give me something, game. Anything. Keep on it, Assembly. Why are you encouraging this pain? I feel like this puzzle has to be something. There has to be something in this room I can get to. Oh, wait, there's something over here. Maybe... Nope! Everything is so similar to each other, it ceases to be a useful description. I mean, yeah, but when you say that, you're more of turning like, okay, so outside of other things that would also be just like the same book, like outside of them both being manga that are adapted to anime, and all the things that other manga that are adapted to anime would all basically share outside of like really poorly written stuff, because I know you're about to bring out good pacing or something like that, although, I mean, I will say One Piece does not exactly have the best pacing in the world, at least not the anime. Alright, top door is still locked. Do I have to go back outside? Let's see if I can go back outside. Maybe we can go back outside and, like, I doubt it. I think the door probably locked behind me. Yep, little door locked behind me. Okay, we're stuck in here. Doors are all locked. 10:12 is the only time we have. And yet, it won't work for the clock in there. So, what the frick does it want from me? This opens at 10:12, and the sundial is still not working. I just don't understand what this thing wants from me. I can manipulate it, but I have no idea what I'm supposed to be manipulating it to do. Wait, maybe... Maybe I'm looking at it upside down? Have I been looking at it upside down the whole time? Is that it? Let's see. Alright, now we rewind. Rewind and forward. But there's no deeper thought to what I said. Because I'm a gremlin. A draconic little gremlin. So we can see that right there, obviously. Wait. It had something, it had like an arrow pointing us just now. Is that a third? Oh my god. I can see a second set of hands. There's a hidden set of hands with the spyglass. Finally, something. Maybe I have to like rewind time in order to see the hand move. Let me see if the hand moves if I move forward time again. Strokes of brilliant ideas flowing deeper together. It goes deeper. Okay, so now we have 4 hands. So now we can move them. Oh, I got it. I found what I needed to see. Yes! Oh look, we found Cthulhu, everybody! There's the Lovecraftian madness for you.
Whitney's name here.
Missed comment.
He was willing to
Oh, Berserker in One Piece achieves its iconic status through very similar means. Both of them have a grand scale story arcs, not happening on whim, but constructed from what Kentaro calls strokes of brilliant ideas flowing together, and it goes deeper. Missed comment. I mean, yeah, to be fair, they're both stories that have actually been planned out from the start, which is weirdly rare in manga, because you don't know how long a manga is going to last, and so sometimes you kind of just start something based on a general idea, with only a vague idea of how things are going to finish and not an actual plan. which can cause the endings of a lot of things to come out as like very rushed or sloppy. Agatha Porter. Okay. Very nice library. Very clean. Lots of couches. You can tell people actually like came in here and read on a regular basis. They've got like teacups out. They were reading their books. I respect that. I respect people who do that. Because if I could afford it, I would have my own private library room too. Charles said he makes things he goes, starts over strokes with brilliant ideas. See, that is kind of the opposite then of how Oda does it. Because Oda has actually said he's like had the plan for One Piece out for a while. And he, like one of the things is that originally the Skypiea arc was supposed to be like a really like a midway point, not like a beginning point. So a lot of what was revealed in there with the bell and a lot of like the carvings and stuff like that have like technically been a call forward to the stuff we're seeing now apparently in the Giant arc. I haven't seen the Giant arc yet because it hasn't been animated. I'm sticking to the anime. But what I've heard, a lot of like the imagery on the bell are stuff that's being called forward. And originally we were just going to get here way earlier to Elbath, like way earlier. We were always going to go to Elbath, but it wasn't going to take nearly this long. But the story was popular, and he was like, you know what, I have time to, like, flesh out my characters and do more stuff. So he did. Alright, let's try Agatha. But yeah. So, One Piece might be a little different in that regard. Alright, so Agatha doesn't work. Great. We are back to basics now, I suppose. We have the Codex Lumina. Investigation. What does the Codex Lumina do? I hear violin. I can hear the violin music somehow. Which is a little ominous, not gonna lie. Oh, there's a ladder going up. Alright, let's look around here just a little bit more first. We want to make sure we're not missing anything. Oh, the robot's moving. Interesting. Okay, so let's go into the other thing that happened this week. So, as you might not have heard, PlayStation has decided that DRM is a cool thing to add to a console after the fact. Basically, you have to log in within 30 days to their servers, or your digital games will uninstall themselves. From what I understand, this is purely about digital purchases. It's supposed to apparently reduce piracy. I don't get that. Apparently, some people have been saying it has to do with the return policy for PlayStation, where people were, allegedly, because again, this is Samsung saying it, and they have a lot of reasons to want to add more DRM to shit. But allegedly, people with homebrew consoles were downloading games, which I don't understand, and then they weren't connecting online after they returned the game, so they were, like, going completely offline, which I don't get, because, like, if they were doing, let's say they were doing this, okay? Let's say they were doing this thing where they would log in once, and then they would never log in again. Even if that console's a homebrew console, they obviously downloaded it off the Samsung server. And so if they wanted to get this, they wanted to like get another game and do this scam again, they would have to log into the servers again to download the game. So like, I don't know, it just feels weird, and it feels like a way to shove DRM into, like, even harsher DRM into games. I'm mostly worried because it might mean that when their servers go down, any digital games you have on the PS5 might no longer work after 30 days of the servers being offline. Like, they might just send a kill command to all the digital games you bought and say, fuck you. Anyway, my efforts to decipher the Codex Lumina have been met with failure and frustration. Years have passed, and I only understand that 5 lives must be sacrificed to revive 1. I've tried with countless animals and recently people from around the world, but nothing works. I'm at my wit's end, unsure what else to try. However, a shaman has recently arrived on the island, offering his help to decode the Codex. I must contact him. A shaman? This is the first we're hearing about a shaman. Oh, look, guys! It's this world's Necronomicon!
The Codex Lumina. Someone ripped the central pages out.
Well, we got one of them back. And look, that is a Lovecraft monster if I've ever seen one. tentacles and all. Alleging you get games back one-time log, so you're not actually losing anything. Well, yeah, my frustration with this is not over when it if you can get it back. My frustration is if you have decided that you want to bring your game with you on a 2-month trip, your console with you on a 2-month trip, and you need to log in again. Miscomment again. Allegedly, you got your games back. Is it really that different? Ways of both stories are constructed implies identical understanding of own stories. Core idea is the same, differing in insignificance on a grander scale. Details. Okay. I mean, sure, but we're talking about, like, the differences between One Piece and Berserk, and I would say tonal-wise, they're very different shows as well. Like, One Piece tends to be much more upbeat and happy, whereas Berserk, yes, the characters are trying to find joy and happiness, but it's about, a bit more about the angst, to an extent. Or at least Guts' one-man revenge arc against Griffith. At least from what I remember from the earlier parts. I haven't read, like, the later parts. You know, the unrelenting horror and terror of the world. Like, yeah, the world government is also shit in One Piece, don't get me wrong, they're also evil. But it's a more subtle evil where people are actually happy the majority of the time, and the world as a whole isn't, like, depressingly miserable. In a good way, I want to make that very clear. I think Berserk does an extra job with its world building from what I've seen. I just, like, I mean, tonally, they're very different. This insignificant detail is planned out or going with the flow. At a certain level of understanding, planned out or not means nothing. I disagree with that on a fundamental level. There are plenty of shows that have had some really bad endings as a result of authors not really planning to do an ending, and then kind of hurrying one out when it's finally time to end the thing. I think that a good ending, or at least having an idea of where you want to go with your ending, and setting it up in advance can add a lot to a story. I'm a firm believer in that, I would say. If it means nothing, why are you bringing it up? Yeah, like, you should have a general idea of where you want your story to go. Yes, there are exceptions. There are stories where maybe the ending is not important. It's about the journey, in which case you should have that journey planned out. You should have the character arc planned out. But, like, whether it's about thematically, whether it's about the lore details, or whether it's about knowing what the answer to the mystery is going to be, no, I can't. But this is also, again, you're talking about the difference between, like, an advanced user, and even if you can make something good with that, just because you can make a compelling story doesn't mean you can make a compelling ending. And, yeah, no, I think you can make a really good story without necessarily needing to know the ending. It's just that eventually you're going to get to that ending, and it might not be the best thing in the world. And I can't really say anything about that ending of Berserk. Now, can I? Because Berserk has yet to have an ending. It does not yet have one. So I can't really say how it's going to turn out for Berserk. I can just say I have experienced a lot of bad endings from a lot of different anime. Charlie Whitmore. And I do generally prefer it and can tell, to an extent, when a creator seems to have planned out their ending. I mean, look at the clusterfuck. Wow, the similarity between these two shows is, drumroll please, they're both made by people. Unbelievable. Yeah, exactly. Oh, shit. What the frick? Just got randomly ganked by a ghost. Gotta love that. Hey, we know that you're slowly uncovering the horrifying mystery, but we need to add in a random ghost jump scare for you.
The Codex Lumina.
Oh, great. Now I'm going to do all that
Someone
again.
ripped the central pages out.
But we're talking about what the difference is between, you know, One Piece and Berserk, and I would still believe that they are incredibly different things. I'm not saying Berserk is bad. I have not experienced Berserk, but I can tell you I have experience with other anime that have had poor endings, and I am more of a fan when the endings are not rushed out or somewhat incomplete. Hey, bud, how you been? Similarly, because of this detail that TDL brought, yet I'm trying to prove a point with the level of understanding to craft both creators mean nothing when it comes to plan versus not. That's fair, but I'm not really talking about whether the overall anime can be good. I'm more talking about how the endings can feel a bit rushed. Which are different. Like, a show could be very good and have a terrible ending. I've experienced a few. I will still hold that I think Naruto is a pretty good show, but the ending is an absolute clusterfuck. Alright. My level understanding says that's BS. And why is that? Ooh, we have a flame war in the comments, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't this enticing? I'm gonna sit back with some popcorn, just kind of munch. Nom, 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 nom. I don't have any popcorn with me. Man, show me some popcorn. It's gonna be amazing with some popcorn. Fight, fight, fight. Listen to TDL. He knows what he's talking about. Wait, I do? Oh, cool. I'm nearly asking. I like that. I like that all you're doing is nuh-uh in comparison. But no, I'm not, again, this is not a quality thing about Berserk. You don't need to be defensive about it. It's not a quality judgment about Berserk or like a talk about the author intent. I just find that on average, authors who plan out their works tend to end them better. But like, rules are meant to be broken, and a lot of times some of the best writers often bend or outright break rules of good storytelling in order to get things done. There are plenty of like people who do really cool stuff with that. I mean, George R. R. Martin killing Edward Stark at the beginning.
Legend in my hands.
Excalibur. Killing Edward Stark, like the main character in Game of Thrones, is a major example of how like normal stories don't do that. Normal stories like have him be the main character, you know? But George R. R. Martin did it to like disrupt his world and show this is a world where anyone, no matter how well-intentioned or how good or how right, can die, no matter what their intentions are. This is just the kind of world he's doing. It's not bad storytelling. He was doing it deliberately to explain how his world was going to be different. But that doesn't mean that every character... But then, and this is a good reason I'm bringing this up, though, that doesn't mean that every author who decided to randomly murk people at the beginning of their anime was doing good writing.
You were the child.
Redler's son. It just means that they were...
You grew up surrounded by
I
secrets.
see.
By
It
death,
just means that they kind of saw that, oh, that was impactful, but I don't really get why. Really good writers can break the rules and do just amazing shit.
You became my father.
Also, we're having some really dramatic tension stuff right here.
Loved me.
Where our father is revealed to be Redler's son.
Doing it yourself as a child.
And we're like, Dad, I'm so sorry.
Tried to bury all this, and you could have kept running till the very
You
end.
came back to face it.
But you came back because you wanted to find.
So that explains where we got our weird necklace and why we're into the occult. Our dad was raised by the cult leader, so obviously he was into the occult stuff. Saying is that similar in the way they construct their arcs. Despite being separated, you can sense a likeness. In what way was their arc construction? I'm actually interested in this argument. I'm not arguing here. I'm just want to know, how are their arcs constructed similarly? Because the way I see it, most of the arcs in One Piece are about locations. Like, they're about either location, they're usually about locations, you know? So, like, the Dressrosa arc is about Dressrosa. The Alabasta arc is about Alabasta. You have arcs that are contained to, like, the islands. You know, the Wano arc. Yeah, it's about Kaido and, you know, Luffy. And then Egghead Island is about uncovering stuff. But they're all centered on locations. Does Berserk do that as well? Does Berserk kind of, like, center it on, like, locations or single things? Because a lot of other shows can do arcs with, like, larger stuff. Like, yeah, Naruto had arcs that were based on locations as well. But it would also have arcs that are based on, like, a villain and goes to lots of places. Whereas One Piece might have a recurring villain, but they would be a part of multiple arcs. So, for example, like CP9 would show up, and they were a part of both the, God, what was it, Water 9 or Water 7 arc? I forget what the name of the place is. And then they were also part of, like, the Heaven's Gate arc, where they were going to get Robin back, and those were, like, two different things. Ainz Lobby, that was it. Because the One Piece focuses its arcs more on the locations rather than specific, like, the actual plot, so to speak. Like, the Water 7 arc is when they're going to Water 7. And yeah, Robin gets stolen during that arc. And it's the next arc where they're going to get her back. Whereas Naruto would make the rescue a whole thing. In way both authors think, stories. Don't get me wrong, I do want to read Berserk, because I've heard it's really good. And everything I've heard about it. Most creative writing custody. Take 260s media is kind of just a weird way of framing it. Not wrong, just unnecessarily specific. Yeah, that was my problem with it too. It was just like, it was a bit more like this can apply to a bunch of different pieces of media, not necessarily the two just the two we're talking about right now. Alright, can I do anything else with my crow powers here? Oh, I should probably go grab the item. Duh. Okay, I got the door knocker.
Good job.
I'm gonna have to deal with that ghost eventually, but I really don't want to. Alright, what else do we got? Can't go in there yet. Well, let's go put the Codex Lumina in another area. Maybe? Let's see. Yeah, I have a feeling a ghost is trapped in there, so I'm gonna hold off on that for a sec. We're gonna go back to the Codex Lumina, insert the page. Oh, I guess I should probably look around here a bit more first. Make sure I'm not missing anything with my magic eye. What's in the loft area up there? Ooh, maybe I should send the crow up there. That seems like a good place to check stuff. Oh, come on. Let's try sending it over. Okay, I guess I'm just not allowed up there. Screw you guys. Screw this game. Not allowing me up there. Mean. Any details around here? No. Oh, it's one of the symbols too, but made out of books instead of like liquid. Interesting. I spent my whole life feeling guilty. Remember you have a Dark Souls player seeing a health bar in a game and pogging, this game is like Dark Souls? Remember back when the Dark Souls of was like the default term for hard games? Anything that was even like moderately difficult, it was the Dark Souls of this. The Dark Souls of rhythm games. The Dark Souls of RPGs. The Dark Souls of sports games. The Dark Souls of racing games. Anyway. So my whole life feeling guilty for something out of my control, for being born, for losing my mother. My father, Lord Redler, has hated me since that day. The only thing stronger than scorn is his obsession with my mother. He only cares about bringing her back no matter the cost. This island is full of pain. All the missing children. I don't want to be a part of this anymore. Aunt Amelia and Captain Newfish are going to help me and my friends escape tonight. We're leaving Godstone behind forever. From now on, I won't be Gabriel Redler anymore. I'll be Gabriel Rebels. Because I don't want his name. I want a new life all my own. You know, it's really sad because he got what he wanted. He got a whole life all to himself, you know? But he had to leave behind everyone else to do it because the ritual went wrong and they were all horribly mutated by it and horribly ruined by it. And he came back in the end. After he lived his life, he decided he wanted to come back and put them at ease. To ease their suffering, to ease their pain. Like, imagine having gotten away from all this and eventually deciding to come back and face it, even though you got away. He had a whole life. He had a son. He had apparently a business as an occultist. He lived and enjoyed living. And he decided, no, I have a responsibility. It was my fault. Not my fault that it all happened, but my fault that I left them behind. Because I think that's the important thing, is he doesn't blame himself for his father's actions, per se. He blames himself for running away for his own life. Our father, essentially, in the game, essentially blames himself for running away and leaving his friends to suffer rather than fixing it. About getting his happy ending, but them not getting theirs. Which I think puts a lot more interest on him and explains why he eventually came back when he saw he was getting old and realized that he didn't want to die and be buried after some job gone wrong or something. Because let's be real, we're clearly dealing with the occult on a regular basis. He also tried to run away from it, but in the end he had this. This? Oh, something in the general chat. Alright, so we got Codex Lumina. Oh, that is not the kind of thing you want to see on your dark occult tomes, trust me. So I can't get over there yet because that ghost is just going to kill me. I think I'll go back downstairs, actually. Yeah, go downstairs, use eventually, the house my father built. The house my father built. Eventually I may need Jaded, because both of them are basically road cinema-like journeys through the story to the destined point. However, beyond the differences, you can see how the different elements work together. There. Yeah. I mean, I do agree there. There are both, like, the journeys of characters towards a singular goal that overrides it. Luffy is there, though, to go for the sense of adventure and wonder he seeks, whereas Guts is driven by his, like, revenge against, revenge and anger towards a friend he had given up everything for. Because he came back for Griffith, the thing. Like, yeah, some people are like, oh yeah, he abandoned Griffith. And it's like, yeah, but he came back for him. Like, after Griffith fucked everything up and ruined his own goddamn life, Guts came back for the man. Do I have any more names? Only Agatha so far. Okay, we need a lion knocker on something. What do we got here? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got here? What do we got? There's gotta be something around here. Some door to open. Lion knocker has to go for something. If it doesn't go for that door, maybe it goes for one of the ones upstairs? Try again one more time? Yeah. Okay. Alright, let's try going... If it doesn't work for either of these doors, I'm going to try going upstairs in a second. Yeah, let's go to back upstairs. Back upstairs. Okay. So we're going to head back up here. Through here. Over this way. We can't go over to that side because that ghost is going to attack us. Maybe I'll try to run past them, and I will try that if I can't find another way through. We don't have a combination for this door yet. I don't see anything around here, so we probably need to go somewhere else first. He needs a, like, stone book to operate the door. So we can't go there. Oh! Okay, this place. Like, the one with all the artifacts. We might need to find some more stuff around here.
Each piece must have a story.
A power.
Power.
So this is like an artifact room full of arcane armaments. That's kind of cool, actually. Like, if all of these are magic artifacts, these are probably one of the most impressive occult collections in the world. If these are actually all items of power or something. I feel like we should... You know, I'm just realizing that's the fucking Ark of the Covenant, isn't it? Gotta love references, kids. So we got Excalibur, the Ark of the Covenant. I'm guessing this is Mursa...
in history and honor.
I'm guessing that's Muramasa, the cursed blade. Maybe, or it could just be a katana. It could just be a normal katana, I suppose. I assume that's supposed to be a T-Rex and not a dragon. Hope he's not putting dragon skeletons up. Creepy devil mask. Because that, when you have a creepy devil mask in your artifact room, that really shows that you're on the right side of history, doesn't it? What is that? Daedalus's feather? Daedalus's feather. Interesting. Don't know why we got to rotate it, though. Alright, I don't see anything else in here. Shame. Alright, and I think this just takes us back to the room, right? Berserk strikes more to individual tragedies and journey. One Piece is basically pirate punk, where every story is about fighting the government is called Z-defining element punk. Yeah. I mean, One Piece is interesting, too, because it's not actually against monarchy, per se, which is really weird. Like, yeah, it's against the concept of, like, the world government or whatever, but they actively help and they actively regularly help several monarchs, like, retain power. I mean, granted, it's always, like, the good king, you know? Alabasta is ruled by a good and just king, who actually has recently been revealed to have possibly, his ancestor even possibly helped betray the world government ages ago, so they're, like, not even in on, like, the global conspiracy thing. They might actually be, they're, you know, they're the nobles who rejected and chose to live in the common world, even if it is as, like, a king or a royal family. So, like, there's a bit of that there, but aside from that, they do tend to generally go against the authority of the land. And again, Alabasta was like one of the major exceptions to them overthrowing the authority or fighting against the authority. And that it turned out that Alabasta themselves were the royals who fought against the king, the royals of the world government. long ago. Their one member of their family betrayed the world government in a grand conspiracy. Alright, where do we use the freaking lion's key? I am a bit stumped. So I didn't mean that they're about the same things or anything. I didn't mean to say nah when I was insignificant. I meant bigger picture. Yeah, as like central stories about the journey and the people you meet along the way, to an extent, to be a bit corny, I will say that that is kind of a bit of Berserk. Again, from what I know of it, I part of the reason I have trouble like even arguing this is because I have not read that much of Berserk, and what little I have read doesn't necessarily mean I have a lot of like info on it, you know? Alright, so we have Charlie as another name. Okay, let's try Charlie. Let's try Charlie. Maybe I can open that door that I need a name for. Let's try it. Detail is plan versus flow, because if you're going to be consistent with the flow with Mura, then you're not going to fumble an ending anyways. Even a plan story can become better as you go. Oh yeah, definitely. And I will say, Oda has definitely gotten better and more complicated as time has gone on. I actually like his new direction a lot. I think he's really improved. Though to be fair, some of his best scenes were in the earlier chapters. The goodbye scene in Alabaster, or the whole Nico Robin's entire deal. Gods, Innie's Lobby was like what... so I had watched bits and pieces of One Piece before, but Innie's Lobby was the point when I came back to it after like kind of stopping watching it for a bit. I came back, and I think it was in like either I think it was in college when I finally watched Innie's Lobby, and I was like, "Oh, this is the shit. This is kind of the shit. I love this." It's this moment in the series I find that's just like really solid. No, I get what you're trying to say. I get what you're kind of going for, which is that there are definitely writers who can do plans, who can do flow stories, as you said, or stories that are kind of unplanned well. And I don't argue there are people who can do it well. I just personally have a preference for writers that I feel like, especially with the less experienced writers, or writers who are a bit, like, are not as good as, like, people like Oda. I find that, on average, if you take over the writer's skill level, a planned story tends to have a better and more satisfying ending because it was planned out from the start. That is just like an opinion I have about writers of various skill, if we have to say it that way. I get what you're saying, that there are definitely people who can make it work, and if you put the work in for it, it can work out. Especially if the story isn't necessarily about the ending, but about how you got there, then the flow state can allow you to do that. I just also feel that it does work better. So not Agatha and not Charlie. Alright, so we don't do either of those. Alright, let's talk about something else while we're like continuing to look. I think I have to run past the ghost, guys. I think I have to go after the ghost. Because I don't have a combination lock either, do I? Not, that was an older one. I don't have a new one. Yeah, I don't have a new one yet. Alright, we're going to get past the ghost. Yeah. Once you got an understanding of the principle, you can start comparing them and get both them on Cinema of Road, often playing on personal tragedies, utilizing differently. Not really sure what you're saying with that one, but, you know, again, they're both valid methods. I just find that one of them tends to lead towards better outcomes, especially with less experienced writers. If I had to be very, very concise about my statement. But, what else? What else has been going on lately? Strixhaven set. So I talked about Magic, the new Magic book, but the Strixhaven set has been out, and I have drafted it again, and I have played it a bit, and I love it. I love the set so much. It's one of my favorite new Magic sets in so long. It is definitely just an overall win for Magic, especially in Universe Magic, after the TMNT set kind of botched. All right, we're gonna try running past this lady. God damn it! Frick! Frick! Oh god, she's gonna chase me. Alright, she's still up there. Both valid methods writing does nothing to make them the same stylistically. Yeah. That's also true. Alright, the light is going off here again. Okay, I found the way through over here. That's good. So I found another clue. Cognis mentis, isn't it? Isn't it? Can we close that? No, we can't. Okay. Just as to hope the ghost doesn't come. Alright. Turn? Okay, so we need to use something to do this. Alright, what do we got here? What do we got? Paint.
Looks
Check.
almost as good as the original.
That does not... Oh, okay, now it does. Wow. You can really improve mine. Alright, so now we can use the painted canvas. And I'm guessing now we have to, like... What have you got this week, TDL? Well, I've been working a bit more on the website. I have an About page working on, so I'm going to be showing you that probably sometime this weekend. I've also been working on adapting the new Magnus Archive session thing. So I'm doing this session called, I think I talked about last time, like the Furthest from the Stars or whatever. The Spaces Between the Stars. Oh my gosh, my wing is over my face, isn't it? Alright, we're going to take a second real quick. Okay, I have to do like a full-on painting session. Interesting. Oh, never mind. I don't need to moderate. My wing's slowly twisting. Don't worry, this is complete agony, but it's fine. So I've been working on that. I'm also going to work on a manifesto for it. I know that seems weird to say, but apparently a lot of sites do it, and I want to try my hand at one. I've been adding some other stuff too. Like I told you, I worked on that little comparison over what it means for you to be an is Aphrodite a Titan, an Olympian, a god? What are the distinctions between those? What does it matter? It was like a little short kind of essay, and I actually want to improve it a bit. I took your criticisms that you did give me, and I also looked into some other ones as well. Let's see. So the X, the sun, and that symbol. Okay. But what order? And maybe... Yes! Got it! Oh, wow. Half joke, half serious. If you really want to compare two stories where one's berserk, it would be Black Lagoon. Remy is way more messed up than Guts and Rock Her Puck. But is Remy really trying to go on a revenge arc? I always felt like she was just kind of living her life, you know? Remy just enjoys being a badass freelance bounty hunter. Whereas Guts is doing this mostly out of revenge, you know? He's not really doing it because he wants to be like this. He wants to be free, but he has to. In order to get revenge on what happened to his friends, his companions. Most of my notes were just grammar. I did some other thoughts, but I hate writing a lot, so I was just going to talk about it with you this weekend. Cool. Oh, I'm also going to be doing the sessions with you guys, my 3 players. So one of which is Code Assembly. I'm going to be talking to you, Code Assembly, and Revigence, on, which is Lewis, on Saturday. And I'm going to be talking with Caleb on Friday. And I'm going to be getting everything ready, going over like what you guys are doing in the downtime. And I'm actually, believe it or not, and I'm only going to tell you about this because I know Lewis doesn't want to, but I might be able to, so this, one of the reasons I chose this particular adventure is because I believe it will be able to tie back to Lewis's backstory a bit, and I can use it as a jumping off point for when we eventually go to his. So I'm kind of using this not only as like a bridging jap for like, giving us some things to do while I work on your adventure, but also as a way to eventually set up stuff for Lewis's adventure, and then we can get into the sculptor stuff. So it's all going to come together, hopefully. I'm hoping. Maybe. We'll see. I'm interested to see if it'll work. Alright, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with the easel, though. Like, he wants me to paint, but what does he want me to paint? Enjoy? That's weird. Maybe I paint that big symbol? Maybe I can paint like that big main symbol, maybe? Q story. So it's this kind of like eye symbol with the reset.
Bloody hell. Bloody hell.
Alright, that's not it. It's checking for something. I just don't know what it's checking for. Are we supposed to do this thing? Or what? I cannot tell. Honestly, some slice of life stories might make the horror moments hit harder. That might be good too. I might do like that. Might just do some downtime sessions while you guys are like hanging around Hecate. Because I'm definitely not going to be finished by next week, and you guys might finish this one in one sitting. Maybe 1 or 2 sittings, depends, I suppose. But you could theoretically finish this in one sitting. It's meant to be a kind of a small adventure. It actually wasn't remarkably easy to adapt, though. A lot of the early ones are actually really easy to adapt. Weirdly enough, I think the hard one is actually not as hard for a few reasons. Okay, so that didn't work out. What's Dr. Quill up to? I'd have to go check my notes for that. Probably still doing research. I mean, let's be real here. Most of the researchers don't get out a ton, aside from you. Because you were kind of hard. You're kind of like being hired partially because you're insane, and Argus finds you very amusing. And the other part is because they would like to use you for various other reasons. Okay, wait. Let me go ahead. I think I have the codex. Oh, I have the codex unlocked. They have also been like looking into stuff with the book and looking into the flesh maggots, most likely. There have definitely been some people at Hecate looking into the flesh maggots and the sculptor. Now that she's been revealed herself to be like an actual threat after your initial invasion, so that's definitely been happening. Everything's kind of been in a bit of chaos though since the security breach, so I imagine that they've probably all just been doing whatever needs to be done. Alright, Codex Lumina. Alright, so I need to use the Lion Key to finish something out. I'm sure Argus is working to make me ascend. He has planned. So I have something that Argus was going to do with either you or Caleb for different reasons. Slightly different reasons for both of you. But I'm not sure it's going to happen this session. Or in this, before we stop playing. I might... No, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it. I don't want to spoil any surprises. But there are... Let me put it like, I do have things for him, and he is planning stuff. There are reasons he wants Dr. Corvus to advance quickly. There are reasons for it. I'll just say that. There are reasons. Yeah, I should probably have some downtime. You know what? That's a good idea, actually. I hadn't really done any downtime episodes. And I do feel like that might be a bit of a waste. I really would like to just figure out what I do with this freaking padlock. I need a name for it. And names are not something I have a ton of right now. Oh, I know. I just realized something. I have a door. I know every door. You know we share the same brain cell. You cannot hide this from me. We share a brain cell. You have a window into mine. You don't know me. You don't know me. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and, snipping tool. I'm just going to do that real quick, because that way I can actually see the entire thing. Alright, cool. No memory required, everybody. Okay, head this way. Then we're going to head here. And down here. Okay. There. But yeah, so I've also been working on the Mummy review a bit. I'm going to try and get that finished up sometime this weekend. I'm planning to go somewhere for my birthday with some family, so that's going to be fun later on this weekend as well. It's probably going to be on Sunday, because there's so much to do all the time. Just doing like a basic dinner. Like, I don't really do much for my birthday. Just kind of hang out with family. Which is weird, because that's kind of a thing I don't generally do. But I'm like, you know what? I do enjoy being around them from time to time. They are my family. I enjoy being around kin. I want to hide it. I want to act like the angsty little teen who doesn't want to be around people. But I do like being around people, just not all the time. I'm a solitary creature, not one who thrives in isolation alone. There is a difference, I find. There is a difference. These are like astrological? Arte 1, Spears 1, I see all. Arte 4, Spears 1, I see all. These are... Why are the planets out of sync in all of these? It's weird. Like, in some of these, the outer planets are moving quicker? I don't get it. Am I supposed to use the time magic on them, maybe? No, but this doesn't light up. There's some sort of planetary puzzle going on here. I can feel it. Alright, so on this one, the inner 3 planets are moving quickly. Oh! We got something. We got something. We detected something in our magic crystal. Oh, nope. Go, my falcon. Or my crow. Obtain it for me. Okay. So that was the half moon. And then star, and then... So we need to do an 8-point star next, I think. And then a 4-point star. And now it's moving, right? Planetary diagram. Is this supposed to be it? Or I feel like I'm missing something. Maybe I wasn't supposed to do it like that? Okay, so that one moves several of the spheres, several of the planets into different alignments. Are we trying to get to a certain date? That's what I'm not sure about. Oh, wait, are these all... No? So I think... Is that green one in the same place? I think these are in the same place in this one. So we're supposed to figure out which ones are stable, like which two share a stable orbit for these? Okay, so Saturn's there, and Saturn's there. So this is how we move Saturn. So we need to move Saturn until it's in the right spot. Okay, so let's check Saturn's position. So Saturn is in the right spot, I think. Alright. Now, these 3 internal orbs, Venus, Mercury, and Earth. We need to move those a bit more, I think. Okay, so we need to hit... Which ones are moving them? but not Saturn. The half moon. Or the crescent moon. Not half moon, crescent moon. Alright. Hit the crescent moon again. Alright. And now we need to move the outer ones. So I think the 4-point star. The music changed, I think. Alright. And result? None. Damn it. Wish there was a bit more clues. Like, I wish my character... You know what would be really nice in this game? If you're after a while of fumbling around, your character was like, I should do this maybe. Maybe I should try check on that thing again. Like, I like it when the character does that because at least it's like, you know, I'm clearly not getting this. And I need help, so please help. Oh, I heard something shift. Did something work with that? I heard like a clunking noise. Damn it. I really, really wish it was helping me out here. Finally installed Forge on my phone. It stopped working on my old phone, but I went, oh well. But hey, now I have access to it again. That's cool. That's actually awesome, really. So I imagine you're going to be making some magic cards again. Oh, that's right. I made some more. So I've made a bit more progress on my use of Linux to stream. That's the other thing I did. So I have figured out how I can get VC Face running. A lot of people, so I was going to a few different ways. Someone said just like run it through Lutris, and I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to deal with all the files, and I don't want to deal with it being too finicky. But another person was like, actually it runs really well through the Proton compatibility layer with Steam. Apparently, you can actually just run it through Steam using the Proton layer as a game that's not bought through Steam, and it'll just work. Which I had no clue about. Maybe we have to activate them all at the same time, so in like rapid succession. Maybe we have to activate them all in rapid succession. Oh, it opened. Okay, I don't know what I did. I was just hitting the buttons over and over again. Eventually it worked. I'm not sure why. Oof. When eventually you succeed and you don't really know why you succeeded. And I got the last piece of the Necronomicon's Lost Pages! Isn't that great? I think it's great. It's fantastic. Fantastique. Let us proceed. We shall assemble the Dark Tome, and fix what our father could not. Nah, not Magic's editor, but I can make and test decks. Okay, that's still good. Oh, right. Forge was like essentially the Magic, like, essentially an offline version of Magic Online almost. That's how it felt sometimes. You know, I haven't been on MTGO in a long time. I almost want to try it out again, just because I remember Pauper being fun. And I'm not really interested in the other formats at the moment. Alright, let's head upstairs and put the page in the book to see what the Dark Tome has in store for us. Guys, we're assembling the Eldritch Tome of Forbidden Knowledge. You know, this is the part of the story where I would scream at the characters and not be a moron, but I feel like everything's kind of already gone to shit. So, you know, what can assembling a Dark Tome of Eldritch Knowledge that was broken apart into 4 pieces for very specific reasons possibly do to make the situation worse? It's not like the cult leader is going to immediately come out of the woodwork and clobber me over the head. If he does, by the way, that'll be hilarious.
The first sacrifice connected to disease. Whitney. The
Okay.
second connected
To
to
war. Rowan.
Rowan.
Oh, that makes
The
sense.
third,
The murderer,
hunger.
the sick girl, Cole is hunger,
the fourth,
death,
death.
Orna.
Orna.
Okay. Wait, don't those sound like,
The fifth,
wait, I just realized something. That's
Gabriel.
pestilence,
My father
war,
failed to escape
death,
the final
and
sacrifice.
hunger, and famine. These are the horsemen of the apocalypse. Oh, that's not good. I have a feeling this wasn't a resurrection ritual. I feel like this was Armageddon, the ritual. And we should be really, really glad it fucked up. I mean, we were probably glad it fucked up regardless, but we should be extra glad this fucked up. Because this actually seems more like you were summoning the 4 horsemen. It turns out you summon your wife and it's actually Satan. It was me, Satan, all along. Oh, and here I was going for Lovecraft. Now we're going to biblical horror. I mean, biblical horror is fine. There's definitely horrifying things in the Bible, but like I'm gonna move for tentacles, you know? That came out wrong. No one is allowed to take that out of context. No one is allowed to take that out of context. Please do not take that out of context. Please do not take that out of context. I beg of you. Oh man, why did I say that? Why did I say it like that? Clip that, clip that. Oh. Alright, Amelia. Where are you?
I found the codex.
What you did to those
What
children.
you did to those children.
There are no words to explain the reasons that led me to take part in it. I realized too late. And
Okay.
by then, saving Gabriel had become my only obsession.
Oh.
At the others,
Alright. Were their
they were
lives
lives
just
just
the
the
same?
I don't regret what I sacrificed to save him. John would have killed him. I had to choose.
Gabriel clearly thought you were
Risk
saving all
trying
of
to
them.
Save them all.
you can still have some redemption. Give
Rest to the souls you condemned.
Help me find Cole.
Cole, the circus boy. The curse made him
Enormous.
He has long slumbered in my brother's room. Perhaps you can wake
Okay.
him with the
Dance music. Dance
So-
music.
Music.
Alright. The ghost can open the door. Cool. I like when religions are used as intertwining pieces of lore and story. In this case, more convincing, even more, it's not Necronomicon, but the Devil's Bible. Okay, I can't prove it, but it makes sense. I mean, it seems kinda like it could be sort of both. And to be fair, syncretism like that precedes Christianity by a, like, huge margin. For example, the Romans were all about syncretizing with other gods. Like, that was, like, their whole thing, you know? Alright, so we need to, like, move... Let's see here. So we have death. What do we got here? Oh, hunger. I'm assuming hunger is probably the pig. So we should probably move this over here, actually. Gotta like that creepy mannequin over there, huh? Oh, joy, it's a sliding tile puzzle. I have to go different ways. Alright, so the rats... So this is death, clearly. Like, the fucking skull and the crow and everything. Very deathy. We're going to push death a little bit this way, and I'll push him back eventually. We're going to bring sickness over here. So this is pestilence. We're going to slide this one over here. Maybe both? It would actually make sense in the context of this game? Yeah. Maybe. Then we're going to slide death into its little position. Okay. Alright. And... Okay. The fox has the arrow sticking out of it, so it's clearly war. So we need to move the fox back into position as well. Can I push it like this? No, I cannot. Okay. Screw me, I guess. So I've got to get it, like, all the way out of the way. Alright. Oh, shoot. I just realized. Okay. Oh, okay. This is a little bit more complicated. So I have to actually push one to the wrong position first. So we're going to push this over here. Then we can push the fox into this position. Which will let us move the other thing forward. So we're going to move this one even further back. So we can move the... Oh. Okay, so we move this all the way back here. Now we're not going to keep it there. We need to do this so we can get this pig past that point. That lets us put the fox back into place. And then we can move the pig back to allow the rats to come back into place. I like that. It's actually required you to think a bit. I hate puzzles that are just hit the continue key sometimes. Like, those can be fine if you have to figure out where the continue key is, but I remember this one puzzle. It was the one for Dawnguard in Skyrim, where you get to go down to Serena's tomb and wake her up. And you're literally just pushing them into, like, the next place. Like, the lights go on. It's like, push this here. Push this here. Wow, Lord Harkin, or her mother, did a great job sealing her way in this place. I'm sure Lord Harkin will never figure out this puzzle. We're going to move this back a little bit. But with this one, it's like, oh, actually, you have to, like, move them into the wrong position first so you can get the space. It's not much. It's pretty basic as puzzles go, but it's something, you know? Also, again, I could swear that I know that myth of the guy beating a serpent to death with a stone. For some reason, it's like, I know it has to be Greek myth, because all of this shit is like Greek myth, too. Like, it's not just Christianity and Lovecraft. We got Greek myth all over the place here. Alright, now I can push the pig all the way over into its rightful place. Okay, well, here we go. Oh, come on. Oh, wait, we have a raven up there. Raven means goodies. Aha! Found it. It's Skyrim. You'll have to forgive mission structure over relying on dungeons after I realized after the years. I mean, I like Skyrim. I think it's still pretty good, and there are some good puzzles in it. Not a ton, but there are a few. It's just... Skyrim was the point where they were trying to strip out the complexity out of their games. It really is. Morrowind was when their games, I think, were at their most complicated. Because Morrowind was like... You actually had to pay attention in Morrowind. If you weren't listening to people, you could easily miss details and, like, not know where you needed to go for a quest. That level of pay attention idiot, you know? And after that, they kind of just stopped with that. Not a huge fan, but it is as it is. Okay. But I have a solid stone book now, which means I can go and bring it to that librarian to get into the other half of the library. Alright. Right, the elephant boy from the circus. Or the amazing, what was it called? The amazing stomach or something like that? He was like the kid that can eat as much as he can eat and eat and eat. Oh. Hey, you play the piano? Cool. 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 Okay, sweet. We have a stone book. I think that's upstairs, though. But, yeah, no, Skyrim has a few decent puzzles. Mostly... Tarere? Wait, was it really to the point where the game started stripping complexity? At least I can't come up with anything that did that later in the exact way. Yeah, it kind of was. Oblivion did remove some complexity as well, but it still had a decent amount of it. Skyrim is basically where I can point and say, yeah, the complexity was getting removed. You know, they removed stats, they made the puzzles way more simple. Most of my favorite puzzles in the game were the ones where you had to kind of piece things together a bit on your own. Like when, like, the instructions on the stone pillars were, like, scrubbed off or something, and you maybe had to piece it. Oh, there was that one where you had to piece it together out of a poem. So you actually had to, like, use a poem to piece together the answer to, like, the dragon claw key puzzle. You know, they had a bunch of those, but there was one where you actually had to read a poem to answer it properly, which I really liked. I thought that was a good example of one of them. All right, is this not where he has the? I thought I saw one where it was like they were holding up their hands to get into. Oh wait, maybe it's over here. Maybe it's over here. Yes, here it is. Here it is. I liked those. I wish there were more like them, honestly. I feel like the Dragonclaw puzzle would be way more engaging if, like, each tomb was like a tomb of a famous person, and you had to piece together their life story to figure out how to get into the key. Like, just having the code on the key was boring. I feel like if the key was like, all right, now you have to know about this person into their tomb. It's like, only someone who knows my story may unearth my remains. And then you could even have a whole thing in the Sarthal thing where they're like, we need to piece together the mystery of Sarthal in order to understand how to enter the tomb. We know it was attacked by elves in the Night of Tears and sacked because of something mysterious. But maybe we should learn more about it in order to blah, blah, blah. It's like, there's plenty of open world gameplay, but in Skyrim you notice these proportions, 50-50 open world dungeons, or 40-60 with the line is visible. Yeah, but I don't think that's necessarily the problem. Like, Oblivion has a lot of dungeons too, and they're really repetitive. Like, Oblivion's were more copy-paste than Skyrim, if you ask me. But they could be engaging, because there was cool stuff to be found. And oftentimes you could just find a bunch of weird quests off the beaten path. Now, don't get me wrong, Skyrim also has this. I still remember that time where I found that guy who was like, I'm a member of the Imperial Legion. You need to go into this tomb to reclaim an artifact for the Legion. And then it turns out if you're a Stormcloak, he also claims to be a Stormcloak, because really he's just a member of the Thalmor trying to get a piece of ancient Skyrim magic. One of the Dragon Priest masks, and I was just like, that was pretty cool. Like, there were plenty of really cool things just off the beaten path. Some of them have already been quest. Like, some of the most memorable things I found were, like, that one random necromancer guy who's imprisoning ghosts, or you drop down to a cage, and you don't even get a quest for it. It's just there. I have met with the shaman, Ilblithrin. Open quests are immersive enough to draw your attention without relaying your mission. No, I'm talking about Skyrim. There was that whole dungeon where you just went in, and you got dropped into, like, a fucking cage. And you had to escape on your own. That was cool. First must be connected to disease. Second to war. Third to hunger. Fourth to death. I know who the fifth child must be, but I dare not write their name here. He was already planning on sacrificing his own child. Just no remorse here. No remorse. Redcliffe was so obsessed with his wife. Like, he destroyed his relationship with everyone around him and his son, condemned countless innocents, all to bring her back to life. For a book that's very clearly evil. Like, he's clearly a master of the occult, and he seems to not get that this book is incredibly fucking evil. I mean, it doesn't even take much to piece together that you're piecing together the harbingers of the apocalypse. When has that ever been a sign you're doing the right thing? Like, ever. The repetitiveness of Oblivion dungeons balanced out by the open world mystery complexity, at least I think so, feel free to correct me. I don't get me wrong, the missions are a lot more, like, actually intriguing and, to a degree, I forget, what's the word I'm trying to think of here? They're more engaging. They're not, like, blind trust in Oblivion will get you fucking killed. I still remember when I was doing the Mage Guild quest line. Sounds like Neon Genesis Evangelion. My wife? I still remember when I was doing the Mage quest line in Oblivion when I played it for the first time. And the game was like, yes, so, we need you to grab this ring that I dropped down a well. Then I'll give you the recommendation you need. And it turns out the ring is actually a fucking ring of, like, decreased carry weight that will encumber you. and you'll drown if you go in unprepared. And there's a body of another random asshole the Mage Guild head has sent down there to retrieve the ring. And when you retrieve it, he's like, oh, you're back? I didn't expect you to actually come back from that. Okay, here's a recommendation, whatever, get the fuck out of here. And I'm like, you just killed a man. Do you not have any remorse? Nope, she does not. Alright, I have the name now. I should go down to the name. So I have the name. I have Agnes is the name of the, So I have a name for that door. I should go to the door that requires a name and use the name Agnes. Because that's the one that it needs. So let's head down. Yes, that and that intrigue drives your attention from the clear split dungeons open world. Yeah. Although I will argue Skyrim has a lot of this as well. I mean, there's just like so much weird shit to be found wandering Skyrim's open world. It's one of the things Bethesda used to do better than almost anyone, I would argue. And I have a lot of problems with Bethesda, and I've spoken to them in previous streams. But despite all my problems, one of the things I think they used to do better than almost any other game developer was just worlds where you can explore and just find weird shit. Their worlds were massive, but there were tons of weird oddities, many of them not even quite connected to quest lines. Just like skulls arranged in strange altars. You could find weird sets of cheese displayed as Pac-Man. You could find these random necromancers worshipping some mysterious entity in the woods. It's not connected to any quest line. You don't know anything about it, and you've never heard about it from the lore, but it's there, and they're doing it, and they summoned a Wisp Mother, so clearly their practice has some sort of, like, legitimacy to it. Agnes, though, is the name we're looking for here. Agnes. It was that intrigue of, like, finding weird stuff. What was it some people used to say? Don't worry about the main quest line. Just go off and find stuff to do. You just go wandering, you'll find some weird cave with, like, interesting side stuff. And it's not even tied to quests a lot of the time. It really isn't. It's just intriguing on its own. Oh no. Oh no. I don't like that I'm gonna have to do something. I don't like that I'm gonna get chased again. The chase sequences are objectively the least interesting part. Eat the body, please. No? Okay. Yes, but stripped down complexity, making everything makes you less, of course, and more likely to notice the pattern of missions. With Oblivion, in theory, it's less likely. Yeah, I can get that. I get that. I get that vibe. And I do agree with you. Like, I'm not saying Skyrim isn't worse off for not being complicated. It is. I just also think Skyrim did still... There's a reason why Skyrim is still treated like a good game, I think. Like, we treat Fallout 4 like a leper sometimes, but we don't treat that way about Skyrim. Yeah, some people complain that it's a bit overhyped, but most people seem to recognize there's something about Skyrim that is still a good... Holy shit. When they said he got big, I didn't realize how big. Damn that ghost. Alright, where do I go? What am I doing here? Ugh. Trying to figure out what to do next. But, wow, he got big. Gluttony be a sin. Okay. I know I'm supposed to move them towards bodies, but I don't see a ton of bodies to move them towards. Okay, am I supposed to, like, find new bodies? I don't know. And I can't really do this slowly and figure out what to do with the rats while I'm running away from this lady. Okay, seriously, why? Well, to the credit of Skyrim, it does try variety. It has Hogwarts Keepers, the Thief, Light Terrorism storyline, many others fitting with each other, such as Cthulhu in my D&D fantasy world. Yeah, I mean, and the Dragonborn DLC is just, like, insanely better. The quality of both the side quests and the main quest got so much better in the DLCs. I actually think DLC is probably Skyrim's, like, best sections. Bethesda does weirdly good DLC. I never played Fallout 4's DLC, and I've always wondered if that would have changed my opinion on it. I don't think it would have, because I feel like I was already pretty strongly against Fallout 4, but I always have, like, kind of wondered. Again, I'm just trying to figure out where to go. Where's a body I can shove at these rats? Oh my. Gotta love that. Alright, I've gotta wait for the damage to heal. I've got to send them after bodies, but I don't know where a lot of bodies... Oh, here's a body. Okay. So let's... Alright, swarming that body. Get back here. Best of Fallout 4 is still probably worse than Fallout New Vegas. Yeah. It is. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Man, this quest is pretty tedious. Shit. I ran across the rat area. God damn it. Now I've got to start this whole thing over again. Frick. You know, if this goes long, I'm probably going to have to do this quest before I talk with before next stream, because this is just, like, really tedious. Again, it's literally just the ghost. Like, the puzzle is pretty obvious. I just don't know where all the bodies are, and it's hard to find them all because the ghost keeps chasing me in this tiny-ass fucking room. I know it's weird saying this room is tiny, but, like, with all the rats everywhere, it kind of is. Alright, we need to find more bodies for the rats. Where are the other bodies? I'm assuming one of them is like the ghost body or something. Oh, wait, we have something over here. Oh, I think this is a silver mask to open a door. Okay, so that might be it. We just need to get out of here alive now. Alright, move. Alright, I have a door key now. So I might be able to open that. Also, the kid got really big. Nothing happens with that one. Oh my god, no! I hate this. I hate this so much. No. Ugh. I'm sorry. They're just not scary. They're just annoying. Gods, can the Eldritch ghosts stop chasing me? They're so annoying. I know you're the Restless Dead and all, but like, let's be real. You're not that scary. You're more just like a pain in the ass. Alright, running away. The worst part is it doesn't, like, auto-save that often, so I can't just, like, I have to redo that every time I mess this up now. Great. Fantastic. Alright, so we gotta take the long way around. Wait, how do I get back there? Because that's... I can't go that way. Oh, shoot. Am I gonna have to find a way past that ghost? Shit. I have to get to that door, but she's guarding it, essentially. Library, library, library. Closed door. Alright, that did it. Okay, cool. We're back here now. That would be be death on spot with the buckshot? What? Alright. There's the key. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Open, 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 open. Open.
The grand hall.
It's got quite the audience.
It's got quite the audience.
It does. Oh, please don't let me have to fight all these ghosts. Let's not do another ghost chase, please. Alright, we got a key. We're missing something.
Missing something?
Ooh, I see something up there. Cinna Crow. The baton. We need the conductor's baton. No?
Missing something?
No, it's a bow. Oh, we need to give it to the cello. Okay. We need to find the other. We need to get the orchestra running again, I guess. It's all out of order. We need to rewind time to get this back in order. We need to return you. The music is like playing in reverse. It's so weird. Alright. Anything else that needs fixed? Let's see.
No show without...
No show without the what? Got cut off. Damn it. Maybe we need the conductor's baton. It has to be around here somewhere. If that would be blood, he'd be dead on the spot, riddled with buckshot. Oh, if it was blood. Yeah. If it was blood, I mean, yeah, that's a different kind of game, though. Like, I get they're going for more, like, horror, where you're supposed to be, like, helpless. You know, I'm not even opposed to that. It's just, like, I kind of like it in the chase sequence and the puzzle sequences don't overlap as much, because it can be a pain in the ass. And if you're going to make it a simple puzzle. This whole being chased around where you're trying to figure out what to do is a pain. Like, let me at least figure out what to do and have it be quick.
Locked.
Use the treble chief key. Okay. This is like the backstage, I guess. They had quite the feast. All their boxes, never getting that back. The conductor's baton is mine. Haha. Okay, so this is the notes I had to play. I guess Dad was in the orchestra, maybe? Because it's a kid. Maybe it's our dad? Oh, okay, now I know what piano notes I need to play. Okay. Every page is filled. You've investigated the entire island. Wait, I'm completed my investigation. Really? I found all the altars. Oh, guys, we might be actually nearing the ending. I think we're nearing the end. Okay, let's begin the show. I'm not sure why we're at the end at this point. We haven't even gotten to, like, the gluttony guy yet and faced him down. I mean, we've seen his, like, body, but... Baton? Let us begin. Ghostly Orchestra? Are you ready? Begin. Wow, we're a pretty good conductor. Reminds me of some Ross game dungeon bit. Don't remember which game, though. Quick action, there's this thinking puzzle gameplay. Yeah. Apparently we can conduct. We're just like a Swiss Army knife of skills, aren't we? Damn. The Ghostly Orchestra is a nice touch, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so what was that supposed to do? Oh, it's supposed to make the audience satisfied and put them at ease. Take a bow. So wait,
Quite
they were just
proudly.
waiting. They were just waiting for the show to finish? Imagine dying and your one regret is that you didn't get to watch that last opera showing. And so a guy has to come along and play a ghost opera so you'll stop haunting a place. That's kind of funny, actually. Might have been a Clive Barker thing. Alright, now we're going to head to the other door on the far side. And we should now be able to use this new key, or this like piano key with letters for the notes, to open that padlock, which is a cool combination idea. Hiding it via the ACVD. Very nice, very nice. Or Nosferatu. Clive Barker, The Undoing, or of Nosferatu, whatever subtitle was, or Nosferatu. Okay, not of Nosferatu, or Nosferatu. Alright, so now we're going to see the Gluttony guy. The guy who is a part of Famine. So let me pull up my journal. So that would be F, and then A, D, F, F-A-D, G, E. F-A-D-G-E. Alright. F, A, D, Phage? Is this really right? Yeah, that's right. Is that a word? Holy
It's going to be
shit.
dangerous if I wake him up.
Holy shit. Like, whoa, bud, you have grown large. Damn, that face though. Guys,
Lord Redler's handiwork.
the
no
body is not here. Did it work? Did his ritual actually work? Because the body's not in the coffin anymore. So I would assume that means
Redler was
it worked.
determined to keep her as she was, even in death.
Oh, wow, he was using a lot of that preservation drug. Oof. This is like creepy levels of obsession, not gonna lie. Reminds you of that one vampire, crazy vampire doctor in Vampire the Masquerade's Bloodlines? This opera ending would be fire, by the way. You know her story made with confidence was it is afraid to whiplash you. Oh, he kept her clothes. Yeah, that's creepy. I'm sorry, I think that's the creepiest part, is that he had her clothes all ready for when she stepped out of the coffin. And he was clearly sitting beside her, and it clearly worked to some degree. Some part of this ritual worked, I think. How do I wake the man up? I mean, I get that I'm supposed to be waking him up, but how do I do that? I don't think I can turn back time on him. Maybe the clock? No. I don't see anything. Well, we haven't finished the story notes. We've only finished our investigation notes. I don't know how to wake this man up. Hey. Hello? Crow. Crow. No, okay. Crow doesn't work. Don't have an object I can use on him, I don't think. This is a toughie. I got another mask. I should go down to that other room. So I got another mask, which means I can open another door. Maybe there's something in one of the other rooms that'll help me wake him up. Let me head back into the main room. And I'm going to try and use the gold mask on that central door. The main issue is I have the ghost. And if she sees me... I don't think she's... Maybe she's not there anymore? Oh, there she is. Shit. Oh. Okay, I made it. Don't think she can come in here. Alright. Oh, we can take the record and play it on this gramophone. Alright. What do we got? It's gonna wake him up? Mansion has been quiet now. The hunger has been fed. I don't think he's happy about this.
Oh,
He's awake. Like this. Oh no. Oh no. It gnaws. Oh shit. Oh! Wait, did I just get eaten? The fuck? Holy shit, the man ate me.
How do I get out of here?
You know, I really should have seen that coming. I feel like, in retrospect, I should have seen this coming, to be fair.
Always in a wheelchair, suffering from illness. She represents disease.
Yeah, we figured that out already.
Rowan, who lived through the horrors of war and is always fighting. He represents war.
Alan, we figured this out a while back. You mentioned it.
Always
We made the
eating,
connection in our
never
journal.
satisfied.
Why are you repeating all of this? Is it for the slow people in the back that didn't get it?
Orna, or rather,
Aaron. With
death literally attached to her. She represents
Ooh.
death.
Okay, what else
And
we got
the
in here?
fifth
Sacrifice. Supposed to be my
It was
father.
supposed to be my father.
Yep.
Because he shared Minerva's bloodline.
Right.
I'm the one who shares Minerva's
Oh look, it's a
bloodline
creepy
now.
doll.
I'm the key to ending this curse.
But wouldn't that complete it? The ritual, I mean? I don't think that's a good idea. Then again, this place is, great, it's all the junk from the previous levels in his belly. What is this? Is this a tooth? Why is there a random tooth in this man's belly? Why did we rip a tooth out of his belly? Oh, gross. This is gonna be gross. Please tell me we're going out the front end. Okay, we're going out the front end. Okay, good. Very good. I mean, not good. It's still really gross, but at least it's better than doing it the other way around.
What an exit.
What in the Resident Evil? I don't know either. Okay, let's finish this. Where's the cult guy we've been seeing? He has to be around here. Ah. Crow. Go. Go, my crow. get me the necklace. I think I missed one of them. Oh well. At some point I must have missed one of them. Such a shame. Okay, so I have to go back up, I guess? I mean, that's where it seems to be leading me. Back to this creepy-ass place. No, wait, this is the church. How did we get all the way here from the mansion? Where's the mansion? I'm so confused. How did we get here? Do you, like, projectile vomit us all the way? I am so confused right now. Like, the only thing I can think of is that he projectile vomited and shot us across the map. Which is a really gross way of fast traveling. Oh, no, wait. I did get them all. Look. There it... Oh, no, wait. This is just a bell. Damn. Okay. The cult leader's going to show up any moment now. I can feel it. We got these bells. Alright. The ritual. So he tried to use some other kid. That's why it failed. He tried to use some other random kid. So he tried to use some other kid in place of his son, and it didn't work. Okay. I guess maybe I ring the bells, right? Like, not much else to do, so let's ring those bells. Gong. Oh, wait. One all the way over there. Jeez. Okay, we're gonna need to, like, come down here for it. Ring bell number 1. And ring bell number 2. Ring bell number 3. There's probably 5 bells, because 5 sacrifices. We've been dealing a lot of 5s lately. Alright, can I find another one? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the 5th bell? There has to be a 5th bell. I know there has to be at least 5 of them. Because we've been dealing in a lot of 5s here. Next page. Alright. So we have 1 bell, 2 bell, 3 bell, 4 bell. I don't understand. What are we doing here? What are we supposed to do? Ring some random bells again and again? Found an interesting quote in the Book of 5 Rings. First 1,000 days is learning. Next 10,000 is of refining. That is a very true thing, honestly. Alright, so we don't have anything over there. Let's use our magic eye to look around some more. See if we can find any more clues. Or more shiny things that will be interactables. More shiny interactables, more specifically. Alright, looking around. Nope. You know, one of the interesting things is the Christian symbolism was kind of foreshadowed from the start with, like, the little Virgin Mary shrine things. So it's not really, like, out of nowhere that's the way it's come. Alright, so we've got the ritual symbols everywhere. We've got the mask. We've got some random kid that they must have used in place of Our Father. Slash Redler's son. We've got bells we can ring, but they don't seem to do anything. Oh, well, we can go into the side area. Being able to go over here must mean something, right? Unless it's just flavor area. No, I guess we can just go look around some more. Okay. Can't do anything there. Do any of the bodies have anything on them? No, not really. Then again, are they marked with symbols? No, there's not like a symbol marked on each body that we need to like ring in a certain order. I'm not sure what to do here. We've gotten to the ending, and I definitely should be encountering like a boss fight or like a final climactic showdown with Redler or something, but I'm not seeing anything. Truly recommend checking this book and manga edition. Can't stress out enough how cool it is to have a smart book that picks someone else's bibliography and a cool story framework. Alright. Trying to see if these like sound different. But I don't think they do. Can I interact with a coffin maybe? Maybe I'm missing an interaction over here. It's been known to happen. I can't do anything with that. God damn it. When the game is like, hey, let's just like put...
First sacrifice.
Okay, wait. We found an interaction.
Disease.
We have to like interact. Oh, okay, I have to place these things on the... I got it.
Born Tommy,
You're just a boy. Just like... Oh, because this is Tommy. This is Tommy. Got it.
Here to die, so someone else could live. And because of you,
They failed.
because they failed, I exist.
Exist.
I've only seen glimpses of the
Life you lived. In the future.
has been
Taken, Tommy.
But I swear, you won't be forgotten.
You won't be forgotten.
The ritual, its magic is
Stirring. Redler.
This ends tonight.
I was born in darkness,
Oh, Aaron.
cradled
In death.
You,
Okay.
You're a flicker of light. I
Got it.
Snuff out in
Seconds. Oh no.
You were born from a grieving man's
Against delusions and the greed of fools.
All of this.
Godstone's curse. The rituals. The deaths.
All of it rooted
In selfish desire. Poetic.
You think this is about love, about grief? No, this is survival, reclamation.
Oh, gross.
Tried to bury me before I was even
The
born.
baby in her chest is talking.
I wear the skin of their mistake.
That's actually pretty. That's pretty good body horror right there. I like it.
Shadows that was never yours.
Okay, so I imagine we gotta ring the bells to stop
live,
them.
Aaron.
You steal.
Steve.
Keep taking from order, from Gabriel, from everyone.
All right.
I'm not here for revenge. I'm not here because I hate you. I'm here because my father asked me to finish what he couldn't.
Dead baby in her chest is talking. That's so
I'm
cool.
here to honor him. To end this curse. Not for me, but for all of you.
You need to
Your
rest.
father was a coward, a failed sacrifice, and you're just a lesser version of him, and the last obstacle between me and a life of my own.
It'll be over soon. Oh, wow. Ooh. Oh, frick. Oh, there are rats. That's what was attacking me. I was like wondering what was attacking me, and it was like the rats. Reminds me of the creature from Ninja Turtles, aliens and human robotic bodies. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of know what you're talking about, actually. Oh, shit. Oh shit, I was trying to send him up through. Frick. Eat a body. Oh boy. Oh no. Alright, Gong, I need to run past her. What? They're back? Eat the body, eat the body. Alright, run. No! Come on! Come on, leave me alone. Ugh. How annoying. Okay, I need a gong. I need to do the last gong, I think. In order to do that, I need to impulse localization that can call Untrons. I guess what they were called in the English one, too. Gong! Ugh. What the hell is this boss fight? I love how it's obscure puzzle under time pressure. I mean, at least they're not doing something completely different than they were than they had originally. They really are just like making this like just as annoying as like a regular game was. So can't really say they're just doing something out of nowhere. Oh, come on. Alright, and now we're gonna take control of these, throw them. Oh, no! Oh, come on! This power is so finicky. Just eat the goddamn body I told you to, you stupid rats. Alright, hit that bell. Come on, can I run past her now? No, I can't. Whoa. Alright, what the frick? Go eat that body. Okay. Bell. Number 3. Bell number 3 has been rung. Alright, stop. I can't even select it well. Like, this thing has been driving me a bit insane, I'm not gonna lie. What the? I don't think you go over there? I mean, I'm feeding the bodies to the rats, which is how I distract the rats. But they keep coming back at me for some reason. Maybe I can't feed the same body to them more than once? I mean, that would make messing up this at all really annoying, but okay. Okay, ring the first bell. Because the ringing the bells is clearly having an effect on her that's getting worse and worse. Is that you, Dishonored? The bells are clearly having an mean the woman. Yeah, I don't think I go over there, no. Like, I think I have to ring all the bells first, because she's clearly not letting me pass until that point. Okay, so I ring that first one. Wait, what the frick? Oh, you saw me do it. You saw me feed the body to the rats, and they were like, yeah, no, we don't feel like it anymore. Oh my... This is some of the finickiest bullshit. This is buggy. No, I don't go over to the woman, because if I go over to the woman, she just recurs and I get hit anyway. Or I get, like, stunned briefly. Alright, we're gonna feed these and we're gonna watch it. See? They went there and then they just ignored it. Okay, well, and if I try and wait, she throws a freaking bench at me! Alright. Now I'm gonna try throwing this at over here. The third bell. Third bell. Whoa. Get over to that body. What the freaking? They really just don't want to listen to me. Alright. Now I think I've got a good place. Alright. Row, go by crow, go by crow. Last bell. Alright, I think that's 4 bells. Alright. Oh, come on! I used all 4 bells, didn't I? What am I doing wrong? Maybe oh, wait, I have an idea, I have an idea now. I think I know what I'm doing wrong. That's what I'm going to do, actually. Yes, that is exactly what I plan to do now. Because I just realized she's secretly a corpse, right? So, if I can sick the rats on her... Okay, there's the puzzle. I thought I just had to, like, make her, like, angry enough, and then eventually she would, like, break from the sound or something? I don't know what I was thinking. Okay. Now I think I've got it. Wait, come on. Eat her. Really gotta be, like, really careful with that, because they're a little bit off. Insolent beast, you cannot best me. We'll see about that. Oh, he's taking down some of the bells now. Come on, go after the evil lady. Go after the evil sick monster baby thing. Kill her. Okay. This ends now. Alright, so I've got to do one more bell, I think. No? Wait. Dad, we did it. Okay, we did it. We dealt with Orna. Well,
Okay,
not
I
Orna.
don't have much time. Need to finish the ritual.
Okay. Nope. Nope, he is not happy about that. Aaron. Bargain bin exorcist. That's actually a pretty good exorcist. I like that. You bargain bin exorcist. You think you're hot shit? I will finally be free. Silence. Whoa. Oh shit. I mean, wasn't the whole ritual about a sacrifice?
Alan, don't
Give up.
The work is not done.
Is our grandmother? Is that our grandmother? Minerva.
Your life,
Minerva.
your blood. Use the pendulum
Once more. I am Adam Rebels. Alright. Demons can be trapped in hosts begging to be exorcised. Oh, yes, I also saw that barbarian, you know, D&D barbarian short. Well, we're dead. So this woman is just gonna wake up on an island full of corpses. We do realize that, right?
John was wrong in so many ways.
So who's Minerva? Is she like Minerva as in
For such a
the
brief
brief?
time.
Oh, she was the wife.
Enough
Okay,
to know he was brave,
brief
a fighter.
liked her,
My son was alive.
and that was my solace in
death.
death. Well, yeah, obviously she cared about it. That was like the thing, right? That Riddler was like so obsessed with bringing his wife back. She didn't think that she maybe would have cared that her son lived a long, happy life.
My greatest loss was not
Seeing them grow up, never getting to know them.
Gabriel was right.
We rarely.
Rarely get to say goodbye.
So she's not like an angel, I guess.
Death does not care about the living. Who are we to decide
Decide which death is valid and which life is not.
My life was cut short, but my death was natural, and
I've long accepted that. Okay.
I could never accept a second chance at the cost of
Such suffering.
fueled by such selfishness and dark magic.
Yeah, that
Alan,
makes
it brought me
sense.
Great joy to accompany you on this journey.
Okay, so the White Raven was literally our grandmother, essentially. That's kind of cool.
There's not much left for me to do now, but to give you
Kind of cool, kind of cool.
last gift.
God damn you guessed, I guess. I think. Okay. And with that, I think we have come to our end.
I came to
Godstone in search of my father. Gone.
I found a tale of love twisted
Just into obsession.
Lord Redler, my grandfather.
Okay, so now he's just gonna read off all the themes of the story instead of letting the audience pick them for
Not
himself.
knowing the horrors his actions would
Unleashed upon this island.
In his quest,
Innocence
the innocent
suffered.
children.
So I guess the ritual brought us back to life because the mother was unwilling to accept her resurrection. And so instead it brought us to life instead.
A man torn between two worlds.
Alright.
The fifth one. His silence
Was
his
his
sacrifice. The pain,
The lost, the redemption,
redemption.
subtlety. I guess next Thursday, I did not get confused. Mouse Detective PI, definitely.
Testament to the thin veil
You know, I do think this is a
between
pretty
despair
competently
and
made
hope.
story overall. I liked most of the twists and the uncovering mystery as we slowly learn about the ritual, the medicine, the illness, the way the island was slowly destroyed by its own cult leader. I am a little weirded out that we never like saw Riddler. I guess that was actually just the creepy baby zombie the whole time and not Riddler. I thought Riddler was still alive in some degree, but I guess not. He clearly died at the altar. So I guess now we leave the island and head home. Let's see. Maybe we can like push the boat. Let me go back. I imagine we can like just push the boat off and head home. That's our dad's boat. Crashed ashore. Yep, here we go. We leave Godstone, but we are reborn. I'm currently enjoying more of Nevermess to Everness. Neverness to Everness.
I am.
Silent Hill 2 with Shiva Inu's doing ALK alone. All Inu doing all along. It's actually more fun than I expected. Alright, cool. Nice to see you at the very end there, Dawnseeker. Popping in like a ghost at the very last moment. You know what? This is actually fairly competently crafted. I do think they didn't really understand how to do like chase sequences and they just kind of threw the monsters in the middle of rooms. It was occasionally tolerable. Like, I was annoyed with the hospital, but looking back, I think that was the best one. The later ones were just generally annoying, but at least they were shorter. However, I will say I did like the story, and I liked most of the puzzles. Like, they weren't complete nonsense, and even when they were, the journal kind of let you figure it out, because I guess our character was putting together clues, and so it's like, oh, we can just look at the journal and see what he's deduced. So I think it was fairly well executed as an adventure game. It was fun. I like the story, like character, I like the themes. Pretty good twists. Not much to say about the gameplay other than, like, I think the journal is definitely something every adventure game should have. They should always have something like that, because it helps people from getting stuck forever and gives them things they can constantly go back to. But yeah, I guess I will see you guys all next week. We will be continuing our Ninja Gaiden and going to Mouse Detector PI. So yeah, see you guys then. Bye.